Welcome everyone to this month's Do You Know show. As always, thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. It's November. That means we already have holiday programming for you. On this month's Do You Know show, Jamin had a chance to talk with Carrie over at the Women's Expo. We're going to show you all the events and the exhibits happening that day. Then we're going to head over to West Central Industries and check in with the family Halloween happening. Of course, lots of kids in costumes, always a good time of the year to celebrate Halloween. And then Jody will be in studio from the Early Childhood Initiative and check in with some of the events that are coming up in December. Then we had a chance to head over to Calvary Lutheran Church and talk with Krista and Millie about the Calvary Advent Festival. It's an every other year event that the general public, everyone is invited to come to on December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We'll give you the info on that. Then we're going to head over to the Willmar Public Library and check in with the Halloween Story Hour. And then wrapping up our program, Bev and Susan will be talking a little master gardening with Ray and Leanne at the Community Center. And they're going to talk a little information about the community garden. So if you're someone who is in a situation where you can't have a garden, you live in an apartment, we're going to give you information on how you can get a plot for next year. And it is all right here on this month's Do You Know show.
At the Women's Expo in Willmar. If you've never been to this event, you definitely want to get off the couch and get on over here. There's everything to see and do. We're here with Carrie Gislason. Carrie is a coordinator and she works for the West Central Tribune, who is putting on this great event. Carrie, tell anybody who's watching why they should come out to this event next year.
Well, because there's lots to see and do, and it's going on all day today from 9 to 3. We have food demonstrations, we have exhibitors, you can probably see them all behind us. We have food, we have speakers, we have a motivational comedian. She'll be performing, and so you'll have some laughter and fun, and you can come with your mom, your sister, your friends. It's a great day.
I understand that you also have some cooking things going on, and you've got some fashion shows. Tell them a little bit more.
We have a fashion show that's sponsored by the Candy Mall. It's awesome. You can see the greatest fashions for this fall. We also have cooking demonstrations by Sue Doden. Sue does a column called All About Food. It runs in the Tribune every Monday, and she does great presentations. She can give common sense cooking tips and just show you what to do when you're in the kitchen.
So when you're flipping through the paper and you see her article and you say, what am I making for dinner? The West Central Tribune is going to help me out with that, with Sue's column, but I can also meet her and watch her demonstrate next year at the Women's Expo.
Yes, we've been having her like the last 5 years, so she's a great part of the event, and we love having her come back.
And how long have you been putting on this extravaganza for women?
This is our 11th annual Women's Expo.
Fantastic. And I understand there are lots of people that make this happen. Lots of the West Central Tribune staff, but also your sponsors. And you have one big sponsor. Who is that, and why do they decide to buy into this whole event?
ACMC is our major sponsor, and we are so glad to have them as part of the event. They provide a great exhibit with information on health care. They also have a speaker that is speaking right now, and it's just really great to have them here and give the information that they bring to the show.
Now, if somebody can't see, or I know Rudy's been going around taking pictures of various booths and stuff, but there's lots of things out here, everything from Mr. B's to LASIK surgery. Tell them a little bit about some of the booths that they can see, some of the things that they can experience while they're here.
Yes, there's information on, we have a whole area, a marketplace area for shopping, and there's different unique products, so it's fun to come out and see what's here today. We also have information on health care, and we have laundry, and we have all different kinds of topics that really relate to women.
Yeah, I saw everything from the shelter house that works with violence against women to Planned Parenthood to the LASIK surgery people are here from the eye center, and purses and jewelry and international beautiful art types of things, all kinds of things. If somebody wanted to come here and they wanted to show their stuff or sell their stuff or tell people about health things or tell them about something that relates to women, how do they get involved in this event?
They can call me at the West Central Tribune, and we'd love to have you next year.
Carrie Gislason. So that's who you want to call over at the West Central Tribune. If you're looking for something to do with grandma, your sister, your daughter, whoever, you like fashion, you like beautiful things, you like chocolate, you like snacks, you like giveaways, you're interested in women's stuff, come on out, write on your calendar, look for the West Central Tribune. It'll have big articles about it, big ads. Come to the Women's Expo, see it all. You're watching the Do You Know Show.
Hi, Jody Wambeck with the Early Childhood Family Programs and Early Childhood Initiative, here to talk to you today about a couple events we have coming up in the month of December. The first one is our December WOW event, which will be held Thursday, December 1st at Redeemer Lutheran Preschool. They are hosting the event from 6 to 7:30, and it's going to focus on creative activity, so it should be a great night. So be sure to look for more information coming out later in the month of November. It's going to be a great event, and I invite all of you to join us. The second event I want to talk to you about is our ECFE Once Upon series. In December, we have our Once Upon series happening on Thursday, December 15th, and that goes from 6 to 8 p.m., and that is for parents and children to come together. So I encourage you to sign up at the Willmar Community Ed and Rec office and join us for a great evening, and I think we're going to be doing gingerbread stuff, so that'll be a lot of fun. You're watching Do You Know?
All right, welcome to Calvary Lutheran Church here in Willmar. We have an exciting event coming up in December, and we're joined by Millie, and we're also joined by Krista. It's the Calvary Advent Festival. It happens every other year in our community, and boy, a couple thousand people come through each and every other year to check out the different rooms and things that are going on. And before I give too much away, Krista, why don't you tell us what the Calvary Advent Festival is?
Okay. This year, 2011, will be the 52nd annual event, or semi-annual, so every other year, event of the Calvary Christmas Advent Festival. This year, we're going to be pondering anew what the Almighty can do is the theme we've chosen, and we're looking at Christmas through Christ's eyes in the past, present, and future. We're also added some new elements this year, so we are looking for where is Christ in your Christmas, and we're letting the kids and possibly adults, if they're interested, play a little bit of a take of Where's Waldo, where you can look for baby Jesus in every one of the rooms and throughout the church. And throughout the church, there will be decorating, and there are crafts to try, and all kinds of different activities for everyone to get involved with. And of course, coffee and cookies and all kinds of fun Norwegian treats.
That's right, and it happens December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, so it's a perfect time to start getting into the holiday spirit, unless you're still full from Thanksgiving, and it's a great event. Millie, what does it take to put on an event like this every other year? Because I know there's tons of volunteers and lots of work, phone calls. Tell us about it.
Yes, we have to do a lot of phone calls, and we start early in the year to prepare for this. We have about 100 volunteers that decorate rooms, that call people and help with calling. But I myself have done about 100 calls, and it takes a lot of time. But people in Calvary have been very good at volunteering, and I really appreciate that.
That's what it takes. It's not just your church, your community, but to put an event together like this, it takes everyone, and hopefully we'll get a lot of response from everyone in the community. Tell us about the Bible verse. There's a meaning to the rooms and the verse and everything that goes into that part of the event.
Yes, our Bible verse this year is taken from Psalm 111, verse 2. Great are the works of the Lord. They are pondered by all who delight in them. So our theme is ponder anew what the Almighty can do. And it's taken from a hymn, Praise to the Lord the Almighty. And it's the third verse. Praise to the Lord who will prosper your work and defend you. Surely his goodness and mercy shall daily attend you. Ponder anew what the Almighty can do, if with his love he befriend you. And we just welcome everyone to our church. This is our gift to everyone in the community, and I know we are looking forward to maybe some bus tours that come to our festival.
And there's so many things that go on this time of the season, and in all the churches. So when you're looking for things to do, if it's not Calvary, I know there's a lot of other churches that put on plays and do productions and concerts and things. But make sure to keep this one on your calendar, December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And again, coffee, there's going to be treats, there's going to be crafts, and it's going to be a really an exciting day for everybody in the community. And Millie has one more thing. She's giving me the one more thing.
Well, I just want to let everyone know that our music director here at Calvary does a great job of finding music that is continuous throughout the festival. So all the days that we have the festival, all the times, there will be music in the sanctuary at 2.
All right. And Krista has, give me the one more thing. Okay, here, one more thing. Here we go.
I would just like to remind everyone, first of all, it's a free event. It's handicap accessible, so a lot of people can get in and out. And during the hours of the festival, come and go as you want to. So if you've got a few minutes in between events, it's a great thing to stop by and just check out them. So.
All right, it's the Calvary Advent Festival. Check out the radio ads. Also check out the flyers that are going to be posted around town. And also the newspaper will have some information about it too. And we'll be here covering it to show you some of the actual event as it happened in December on the January Do You Know show. All right, that wraps it up here from Calvary Lutheran Church. You are watching Do You Know?
Hi, this is Bev Davis on Do You Know with my friends Leanne Freeman here to my right and Susan Matson and Ray Heiser, and we're here at the Community Gardens on this beautiful fall day. And we have a lot to talk about. First of all, of course, the one we're standing at now is at the Community Center. And Leanne, how long has this been going on with the gardens?
This has been our 4th year out here at the gardens, and we're growing bigger every year.
So how many do you have at this particular site?
Right now we have 39. We started 4 years ago with 12, and we are now at 39 plots.
Wonderful. And I've seen some changes since we talked to you the last time too. You have a compost pile and the dirt heap and the looks like some mulch over there.
Yeah, we have a little bit of everything. Though I've had lucky enough to work with some Boy Scouts that have worked with Eagle Scout projects. So we've got, like you said, the compost area. They did a nice picnic area for us, for the gardeners to come out and have a nice place to sit and have a picnic when they're working on the garden. We've got raised garden beds that are being built, and then we have a double-sided shaded bench for them to sit on, plus our dirt piles. We always need enough compost, so Public Works keeps us filled with compost over there.
Okay, and I'm going to hand it over to Susan. I want to come back to you so we can talk about practical matters of how a person could get set up for next spring. Susan?
All right, we brought Ray. And Ray, if you want to tell it a little bit about your experience gardening, maybe the size of the plot that you had, what kinds of, I know it was kind of an on and off again rainy summer, a little bit too much rain and then not quite enough at the end. So maybe you can talk a little bit about water.
Okay, well, this is our first year out here. We live in a townhouse. We had always had a big garden, and we got a little bit tired of trying to do it just in pots. So we rented a plot this year. I believe it was 15 by 15 approximately. And we had a good crop of beets and carrots. Green beans actually were kind of a disaster. They got caught in the weather. But tomatoes also did very well. We'll definitely do it again. It's been an interesting experience. Everything is furnished, the water, but all you have to do is provide the labor.
So does it cost anything to have a plot here at the community garden?
Yes, and I can't tell you how much because my wife wrote the check. It's about 20 or 30 bucks, something like that.
Better than that. Is it?
Oh, really?
All right, and the nice thing is too, I think the last time we talked to Leanne, for folks that have maybe are used to having a pretty large garden and then move to different digs, so to speak, this is a really a great way to do it. Plus there's just a neat community factor about working alongside other gardeners. And I think when we talked to you about it before, Leanne, there was a woman probably my age, and her mother was elderly, and it was just something that they could do together that wasn't too taxing for either of them, but just some good family time. Now, and we also talked to someone that before that was, quite young, and so that's really quite an age span, and some of them are single gardens, some of them are family plots or friend plots. So let's talk about just the practical parts of it. How much is it to have one of these spaces?
Actually, it's $15 is all we charge for a plot size, which is 10 by 15, and that's it. Like Ray said, they provide the labor. We get the hoses and the water all connected out here. We've got some equipment. If they catch me at the building, we can let them in, but most of them bring their own stuff out here and take care of it all. So it's really quite reasonable to do for the whole summer.
So how does that work for next spring if someone wanted to have a plot?
In March, we put some information into the winter community ed and recreation brochure about our first meeting, which takes place about the middle of March, because that's when people are starting to get all their seeds and looking at seeds. And so we have a first meeting then and invite all the people that might be interested in. I send out a letter beforehand to all the gardeners that I have right now to see if they want their plot back or not, and then I go from there. As I've said before, it's really grown, so we keep adding more plots every year as there's more attention brought to community gardens and the growing piece.
Wonderful. So if they wanted to get a hold of you, if they have questions.
Yep, they can give me a call out here at the community center, 231-9797.
All right, very good. Thanks for having us here, Leanne and Susan and Ray and myself. This is Bev Davis on Do You Know?
All right, that wraps it up for this month's Do You Know show. I just want to remind you that coming up this month, it is the Holidays Parade. For all the details, you can check out the Willmar Design Center website at www.willmardesignCenter.com, or you can give them a call at 222-2020. It's 222-2020. And don't forget that we will have the Holidays Parade live at 6:30 on Channel 18. All right, that wraps it up for this month's show. As always, we appreciate it. If you have any comments, questions, or segment ideas, feel free to give us a call here at the studio at 231-0594. Until next month, you're watching the Do You Know show. We will see you around town.